Well, this is a truly majestic occasion. Two of the best teams in Brazil going head-to-head with local pride on the line. You'd better believe that this will be something special. It is Corinthians versus Sao Paulo, and it's about to kick off. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. Once again, Sao Paulo, a city of divided allegiances, a concept in no way alien to the man in our expert seat, Jim.
Well, Peter, I would say that this is without doubt one of the more notable rivalries you will see in the Latin American continent, mainly thanks to the way Brazilian football is structured. Sao Paulo, the most popular supported club in Brazil, and then you have Corinthians, the club seen as championing the local cause. How appropriate is it then that this is called the Majestic Derby?
The action has already started. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
And he cuts out the supply. That is a brilliant interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Here's a chance! Not the most accurate pass. And it's Neymar. Looking to play him in. Played back. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever been anyone better.
Mateus. Lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Cannavaro. Corinthians yet to have an attempt on goal. Del Piero demonstrating his defensive quality there. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Rijkaard. Vieira conjures time and space where few can. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's gone loose. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Baresi. It's not an especially good pass, that. Cannavaro. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Vieira. That is good alertness. Now it's Neymar. Mateus. Referee's given a throw. Mateus. Mateus puts his... Mateus! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Neymar. And it's Neymar. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He is through here! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Looking for options for movement. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rijkaard. Searching pass he's played there. Cannavaro. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Mateus tries to pass it through. Oh, shooting chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Iniesta. Now he's got space here. There's the header! Danger averted for now. Cafu. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack.
Good ball, that too.
Moved on forwards. Hakimi wins the duel this time. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Vieira. Now, can they get him away? Played in deep. Terrific header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Terminou o primeiro tempo. Vamos torcer para que nosso time consiga a vitória no segundo.
And we're underway again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance for a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cannavaro. Could be danger here. He's got away. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He can run onto that. Cannavaro calmly anticipates. Zanetti. And Mateus. Iniesta.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Zanetti. Best part of an hour, and still no breakthrough from either side. And it's Hakimi. Vieri. Can he spark a counter here? They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
That's good pressure, closed him down quickly.
Público presente na partida de hoje. 60.337
And that interception was
espectadores.
most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. And it's been played through. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. Just to pick me up the whole game needs.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Sao Paulo have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Cafu.
Corinthians really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Del Piero pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. It's a smartly directed ball. Cannavaro. Well, that pass isn't the best. Neymar. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. He's through here. Oh, that's well spotted. Into the last quarter of an hour. And this is Hullet. And he's running through. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Serginho.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Zanetti. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And he welcomes it in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And he's there to make the challenge. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Camisa 15, camisa 3, camisa 14, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10, camisa 7.
Well, that is one way to stop him.
Neymar, camisa 8, substituição.
He's well positioned here.
Sao Paulo really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Hakimi always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Iniesta. Now it's Hazard. Messi. Sao Paulo needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. Schneider. It's a good run down the right. Scholes. Aimed beyond the defence. And the referee brings it to a close. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Well, how will we look back on that?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side.
Well, this is a truly majestic occasion. Two of the best teams in Brazil going head-to-head with local pride on the line. You'd better believe that this will be something special. It is Corinthians versus Sao Paulo, and it's about to kick off. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. Once again, Sao Paulo, a city of divided allegiances, a concept in no way alien to the man in our expert seat, Jim.
Well, Peter, I would say that this is without doubt one of the more notable rivalries you will see in the Latin American continent.
Great chance! Oh, they could be caught out here. Fires Del Piero! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass.
And the shot! And he welcomes it in. And they're quick to get it back. He is through here. Mateus, Iniesta. Corinthians leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Del Piero is on his own. Neymar for Iniesta. And it's Zanetti. Now it's Neymar. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, what a ball! Can he finish? He scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that.
He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And for a moment, time stood still.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Succumbs to the pressure. Not the most accurate pass. Serginho gets a foot in here. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Cannavaro, pass somewhat off target. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance for a shot! Goal! Sao Paulo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Thuram has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And Royce! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Corinthians are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Tries to play it through. And here's Vieri. Neymar. Well timed, excellent interception. Mateus. Rijkaard goes sliding in. Corinthians are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Sao Paulo looking to pass their way through. Threads one in. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Sao Paulo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one.
Oh, what a mistake! And he's managed to get free. Neymar!
Neymar just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
And he's in on goal! Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hakimi. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. And this is Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Looking for options for movement. And this is Del Piero. Great ball. Tries a shot! And it's in! It's level again! What a match we have! And we've reached half-time. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Quite a half, more of the same please. Score at the interval, 2-2. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Corinthians are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And it's Scholes. He's going for goal! It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught in for the pieces! Now that is commitment to the cause. And we have our very first corner. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. Neymar clears. And here's Del Piero. Decent chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's left him on the seat of his pants.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Cafu. Great vision. It's played through for him. Oh, that's delightful. Hullet, and Hullet! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Iniesta.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And no surprise, that's a booking. Well, it looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Mateus. It's a searching pass. Good ball over the top. Vieri! Oh, another save. Corinthians have their second corner now. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. And he goes cross-field.
Good switch, that.
And trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Looking to play him in. And that could set him on his way. Cafu. Oh no, what has happened here? It'll be a throw-in. Neymar does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Neymar going full steam ahead down the left flank. Just about up to 75 minutes. Driving on and making good progress. Oh, he's burst through! And Hullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Serginho. Looking for a runner. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Thuram has been given a red card for the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. And again! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Corner number 3 coming up. Del Piero plays it short. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. So, another set play. So, he's plotting something before playing it in. Neymar. And it's Scholes. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nicely shaped ball. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Cannavaro kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Five minutes left on the clock. Serginho, he's got away. Plenty to aim at here. Khan claims it without any fuss.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Cafu.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Deep into stoppage time. That has been cut short. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Serginho. Iniesta. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner, of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Del Piero taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything...
Well, this is a truly majestic occasion. Two of the best teams in Brazil going head-to-head with local pride on the line. You'd better believe that this will be something special. It is Corinthians versus Sao Paulo, and it's about to kick off. Well, it was 2014 that Corinthians relocated to this high-tech arena. This the ultimate demonstration of their power as a club revered amongst the world's supporters. Their fan base believed to be somewhere in the region of 30 million people. Another day, another derby. The Paulistas simply cannot get enough of this. So I wonder, what does our derby specialist make of it all?
Well, Peter, I would say that this is without doubt one of the more notable rivalries you will see in the Latin American continent. Mainly thanks to the way Brazilian football is structured. Sao Paulo, the most popular supported club in Brazil, and then you have Corinthians, the club seen as championing the local cause. How appropriate is it then that this is called the Majestic Derby?
We have already started here. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down.
Well, having experience of games like this, Peter, getting the balance right between aggression and discipline is always key. Yeah, of course you want to make your presence felt, but not for the wrong reasons.
Mateus. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He has a look up. Well, there's the clearance. And we have our very first corner. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. And this is Del Piero. That's good vision.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
A seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals. And chance! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Scholes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. That's a sharp pass. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh no, this does not look good. Zanetti.
Corinthians really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Hakimi. That's a throw. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neymar. Well, played right into his path. And this is Del Piero. Cannavaro did well to stay calm there. Thuram. Hakimi. Sao Paulo finding their passes. And here's Hullet. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. And reclaimed it in a trice. Vieri is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. That has been slung wide. Neymar goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. They've played it short. Great defending, strong and determined. And now a sudden chance to counter. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Sao Paulo looking to pass their way through. Knocks it into space. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rijkaard. Zanetti. Now, can they get him away? Zanetti is flagged offside. Cannavaro. Now he's off and running. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He's through here. Oh, split! Oh, special! That is a special goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Sao Paulo, and it's been given away. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Hullet. Tries to play it through.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he is going into that little black book. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. He'll fancy himself from here. Neymar! Sao Paulo have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Sao Paulo have their third corner. Hakimi plays it short. It'll be a throw-in. Looking for a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. Hakimi goes short. Gets a good foot in there. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And he's managed to get free.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Zanetti crosses.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Cafu. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Del Piero. Neymar goes steaming forward. No way through there. And the first half is done. How would you review the first half?
Corinthians really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Strong running down that left flank. Cafu demonstrating his defensive quality there. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Vieira. Scholes. And it's Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Royce. Now it's Del Piero. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for the run.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, that's a key interception. More and more pressure on the ball here. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
A probing pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a promising position. Neymar. Now it's Iniesta. He is through here. And he shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Ah, that's a shame, Peter. Such a great run, but he didn't have that clinical edge.
Cafu
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Neymar. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neymar providing an outlet on that flank. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Hullet. He's found a way through. Hullet. Chance for a shot! Superb from Hullet! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are cruising away. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Sao Paulo find a position of real strength now. And that's been slipped through. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed. Can he finish? Scholes. Now it's Vieri. Great vision. Oh, super find. Zanetti. To Royce. And that is as far as they're going to go.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Royce. Neymar. Now it's Del Piero. Played into space. Thuram spots it and intercepts. And it's Iniesta, looking for a runner. Iniesta can so cleverly bypass the press. Neymar picks it up out wide. He's found a way through. Mateus. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Quality ball. And the pass is intercepted. Played towards the other side.
Good switch, that.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's picked his way through. Taken back almost at once.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Mateus. Now it's Neymar. And this is Hullet. Hullet. Oh, that's fabulous. Threads one in. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Corinthians and Sao Paulo, two teams who have every right to consider themselves Brazilian footballing royalty. And when they clash, sparks tend to fly. Corinthians may hold the edge historically, but if we know one thing about derbies, it's that such history counts for very little. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. Once again, Sao Paulo. Bullet! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Sao Paulo with the corner, they're first. They've played it short. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? Well, it's shot a goal! Zanetti. Del Piero. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Del Piero. Can he get it through? That ball looks a good one. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Pass is just off target. And that's a good ball. Oh, cracking ball. And he's there to make the challenge. Oh, the ball's gone astray. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Mateus. Now, can they get him away? Zanetti. He is through here!
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Now it's Vieri. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Royce. Royce was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Vieri. And this is Royce. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Tries a shot! If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That's been slipped through. Serginho, he has found the way through. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Corinthians really could have done without this. This to go one up. Buried it, 1-0. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Sao Paulo have penetrated for the first time.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And this is Royce.
Royce surely won't want to do that again anytime soon.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Royce really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates...
Big header! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Sao Paulo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Pieri is wide and looking to get onto this. Serginho. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Sao Paulo looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Royce. That has not gone well. Pullet has found the net here, of course. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Oh, shooting chance! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Corner number 2 then. Mateus! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Sao Paulo have their third corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Zanetti calmly anticipates. Hakimi. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh no, what has happened here? And Pullet! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. And we're off again.
Corinthians really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get...
Del Piero! And it's in! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now it's Royce. Zanetti. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Royce. And this is Del Piero. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard. Knocks it into space. In by Del Piero. And that should get the job done. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Corinthians have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Zanetti, looking to play him in. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Pullet will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So we've reached the hour mark. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Neymar. Oh, a bust challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Rijkaard cuts it out. Vieri being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. The pass has gone astray. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now it's Del Piero. He won't be happy with that one. Rijkaard. That's Cannavaro. Zanetti. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Face to face with the keeper. So nearly the perfect ball. Rijkaard. Thuram. Vieira, who's set up one goal so far. And it's Rijkaard. Passes short and sharp, looking for options for movement. Out for a throw.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 21, camisa 15, camisa 3, camisa 19. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 8.
Corinthians are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Hazard. Great ball if he can get there. Batistuta shapes to shoot. No mistake.
Oh, Peter, it's a lovely piece of deception in shaping to whack it and then opting for a lovely little lob.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Sao Paulo grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. That has ended up in no man's land. And that has left him in a heap. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Del Piero. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Kessié. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Quality ball. 2 minutes to be added on. It's a pretty loose pass. Kessié. Azar. Sao Paulo finding their passes. Schneider is in a really good position out wide. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that... Corinthians and Sao Paulo, two teams who have every right to consider themselves Brazilian footballing royalty. And when they clash, sparks tend to fly. Corinthians may hold the edge historically, but if we know one thing about derbies, it's that such history counts for very little. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this of...
Oh, what's he giving here?
He's given a penalty. Corinthians presented with a golden opportunity here. This to go one up. And he's buried it! 1-0. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Sao Paulo finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Out to the left it goes. Looking for options for movement. Corinthians are looking to break at pace. Neymar driving, shot a goal! No mistake! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Sao Paulo grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Iniesta. Can he get it through? Neymar. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Rijkaard. And it's Iniesta. Vieri. Foot in. Rijkaard. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And a chance! Goal! Sao Paulo! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Sao Paulo go into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And here's Hullet. Hullet and Hullet! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Sao Paulo with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. And it's point-blank header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Royce. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Sao Paulo clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he welcomes it in. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Nicely aimed pass. Cafu carries the ball down the right.
That's going in strongly.
Now who's going to be first to this? Vieri unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's a nicely shaped ball. And reclaimed it in a trice. Can he get on the end of this? Big chance! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And now he has two. Sao Paulo go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Serginho. Now it's Iniesta. Pass somewhat off target. Iniesta. And smartly reclaimed. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. So what can they conjure from this one? Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well. That's positional gold. The utilise...
Struck first time! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Oh, that's ambitious. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. There's the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Takes a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
Zanetti. Mateus. And it's Iniesta. And it's Hullet. And that is expertly dealt with. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hullet! And that is quite wonderful. He's got himself an absolute peach. And the lead is extended still further. The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
So now the difference is 3. Now it's Hullet. Iniesta. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
They've got to make this nice and quick. He looked rushed, he should have waited for some movement. There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Iniesta. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
So we've reached the hour mark. Sao Paulo looking... And Hullet! Oh, what? And he's following up! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And here's Hullet. Sao Paulo finding their passes. Hakimi. Del Piero puts his foot on the gas. And it's Robertson.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, that's a foul. Which side of the line is that? Corinthians have themselves a chance from the spot. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. And that's one back! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Zanetti. Mateus. Zanetti. Hullet touches it back. Del Piero.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And it's Cannavaro. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
75 minutes played. Well timed, excellent interception. Iniesta. Mateus. Now it's Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cannavaro. Vieira. And that's been intercepted. Mateus threads one in. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Good running, strong and purposeful. Plays a sharp little ball here. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Goes for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Del Piero. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He's found a way through. And the shot! It's a loose ball. Corner number 2 then. He gets big! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Zanetti. Neymar. Tries to play it through. Rijkaard with the slide tackle there. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Iniesta. Played out wide. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Iniesta. That's good play. Mateus. Oh, good ball. And the counter is on. And that is that. Again, that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established. Corinthians and Sao Paulo, two teams who have every right to consider themselves Brazilian footballing royalty. And when they clash, sparks tend to fly. Corinthians may hold the edge historically, but if we know one thing about derbies, it's that such history counts for very little. The great team, the people's team, that is what Corinthians have come to be called over the years. And this, of course, is the ultimate sanctuary for those who only see black and white. Another day, another derby. The Paulistas simply cannot get enough of this. So I wonder, what does our derby specialist make of it all?
Well, Peter, I would say that this is without doubt one of the more notable rivalries you will see in the Latin American continent. Mainly thanks to the way Brazilian football is structured.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Neymar certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Some front-footed pressing going on here. And it's Serginho. Oh, that's delightful. He's picked his way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He won't be happy with that one. That's been cut out, well played. Serginho. Good pressure, determined, intense. Now, can they get him away? Vieri is in a really good position out wide. Del Piero, and Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now, who's going to be first to this? Corinthians can try it again now. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Messi stood his ground strongly. Sao Paulo have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Messi. Corinthians ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. He's found a way through. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And smartly reclaimed. So we're still where we started right now. Del Piero is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. They want to be quick. Oh, he's been caught napping! Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No way through, so back it comes. Nicely aimed pass. Hakimi concedes a free kick for that. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. And he's forced to go back, and it's Royce. Tries to pass it through, and he's onside. Del Piero! Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Mateus. Rijkaard. Iniesta charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's through here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And he cuts out the supply. It's a pretty loose pass. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for options for movement. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi could try cutting inside here. Neymar. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Robertson gets over and intercepts. And he's on his way! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. Neymar! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Cannavaro. Zanetti. Now it's Neymar. Zanetti looking for the run, and he's managed to get free. Drilled in low. Hakimi goes short.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
No foul, says the referee. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Cafu is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And the first half is done. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Here we go again. So neither side has yet broken through. And once more he proves rigid and robust. That is some save from Card. He's done very well to get to that.
Del Piero is offering a wry smile there.
Rijkaard. And it's Zanetti. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. And it's Serginho. Can he finish? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Royce. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Mateus. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Hullet. He has found the way through. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. Royce, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Neymar, and it's Iniesta. Royce. Vieri is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
332 espectadores.
Royce goes on a charge down the left. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, that's fabulous. Scholes simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Vieri. Vieira. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hullet. Iniesta. Now that looks a decent... And the shot! Cannavaro attempts a clearance. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Hullet. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Mateus. Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cannavaro. And Robertson. Muscular approach does pay off here. Real chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Sao Paulo have their second corner now. Zanetti plays it short. Backward it goes. And it's Iniesta. Zanetti is onto this. Corinthians are looking to go forward now. Turns and goes back. Now it's Vieri. Cafu.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Iniesta. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, perfectly measured that. He is through here.
Corinthians clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Now it's Hullet. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And this is Neymar, hangs one in. Cafu gets rid without sophistication. And that's gone loose.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Neymar. Messi. He's got away. Nice control. And Messi! And the ball's come loose here. Can he stop it going out? Serginho. Great ball, and he's in. Vieri! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, that really did fly by. It's one of these games where everything progresses at 100 miles per hour, and at the end of it, this is what you can sometimes get. There may have been no winner, but still a tremendous watch.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.